Welcome to UCSB's video overview of UC Santa Barbara's transfer eligibility requirements and guidelines for students applying to transfer to UC Santa Barbara from any higher education institution that is not a California community college. UCSB welcomes transfer applicants from all institutions of higher education. However, California community college students are prioritized in the transfer process, which is why many transfer resources are intended for CCC applicants and why there is more uncertainty in the transfer process from a non-CCC. The best thing that non-CCC applicants can do to maximize their selectivity for admission to UCSB is to try their best to meet our junior transfer eligibility and major preparation requirements with a high GPA. UC Santa Barbara only admits junior standing transfer students for the fall term each year. We do not admit sophomore nor senior standing transfer applicants. In order to reach junior transfer eligibility, transfer applicants must complete the following requirements. A 7-course pattern consisting of 2 UC transferable courses in English composition, 1 UC transferable math course above intermediate algebra such as statistics or calculus, and 4 UC transferable courses in at least 2 of the following areas: arts and humanities, behavioral and social sciences, and/or biological and physical sciences. Transfer applicants must also earn a minimum GPA of a 2.4 for California residents or a 2.8 for non-California residents in UC transferable courses by the end of the fall term prior to their expected transfer matriculation. Transfer applicants must also complete at least 60 semester or 90 quarter units of UC transferable credit by the end of their spring term prior to their expected transfer matriculation. Among these units, we will allow up to 14 semester or 21 quarter units of past credit to reach minimum eligibility. Units from passing AP or IB higher level exam scores may also be used to fulfill some eligibility requirements with limitations. Major preparation requirements and/or recommendations for admission purposes will vary for each major. At UCSB, the following majors are considered selective because they have strict major preparation requirements for admission. These are all majors within biological sciences, economics and accounting, mathematics and applied mathematics, physics, chemistry and biochemistry, computer science, and all majors in the College of Engineering, as well as all majors within the College of Creative Studies, are considered highly selective and will require the submission of a supplemental application. Major preparation is important for all transfer students, and we encourage applicants to check out UCSB's Major Preparation Guide for a list of courses that are required and/or recommended for each major. Required courses are required and must be completed with a minimum major prep GPA or better in order to be eligible for a selected major. This major prep GPA must be earned by the end of an applicant's fall term prior to their expected transfer matriculation. Recommended courses do not have to be completed prior to transfer and are not included in the major prep GPA calculation. However, we highly encourage students to complete as many major preparation course recommendations as possible to better prepare for their major and to graduate from UCSB in a more ideal time frame. When applying to a selected major at UCSB, we recommend also listing a non-selective major in the College of Letters and Science on your UC application. Doing so will not negatively impact your admissions review for your primary choice of major, but will instead allow us to additionally review your application for another major you may be more competitive for. Please note that if you are not directly admitted into a selective major, you will not be able to request to change your major to a selective major. One of the most common questions non-CC transfer applicants have is how to know which of their courses will transfer to UCSB. Unfortunately, UCSB is unable to pre-evaluate the UC transferability of any coursework taken outside of the California Community College system. Non-CCC coursework will only be evaluated after applying. There is no way to guarantee which courses are transferable before applying. Applicants can attempt to compare course descriptions of their courses to UCSB's courses, but ultimately the final determination is made at the discretion of our Office of Admissions. Some tips include to try to exceed the minimum units requirement while staying below senior standing. And if you are applying to a selective major, to also list a non-selective alternate major on the UC application. For more details, please refer to our Guide to Course Transferability. Pay close attention to the English and math guidelines, as those are some of our strictest requirements for minimum eligibility. Also be mindful that all college courses must be reported on your UC application as part of the admissions review process. To compare your course description with UCSB's course descriptions, use UCSB's catalog to explore courses, then search for courses by their title or by filtering courses by majors, also known as departments. Lower division courses are typically introductory courses taken by freshmen and sophomores. These have course numbers 1 through 99. Upper division courses are more advanced and are typically taken by juniors and seniors. These have course numbers 100 through 199. Graduate courses are those taken by graduate students in master's and doctoral programs. These have course numbers of 200 and above. As previously mentioned in this video, UC Santa Barbara only admits transfer students who have attained junior standing by the end of their spring term prior to their expected transfer matriculation. If applicants reach junior standing, they will not be eligible for transfer admission to UCSB. Senior standing is when a student has attained 90 semester or 135 quarter units or more of UC transferable credits. When it comes to counting units, know that UCSB will limit all non-UC lower division coursework to a maximum of 70 semester or 105 quarter units. However, upper division units and any UC and or UC extension units are added on top of the lower division units, which may put you at risk of senior standing. In short, you can have up to 19 semester or 29.5 quarter units of upper division units before you reach senior standing. Please note that AP and IB exam credits will not count towards the maximum limit for senior standing, and they can be used to meet the minimum units requirement. For UC to UC transfer applicants, know that all units earned at another UC campus are UC transferable to UC Santa Barbara. However, course equivalencies are only determined during the official application review process. UC to UC transfer applicants must not reach senior standing before transfer matriculation, and they must be in good standing at their prior UC campus to be eligible for admission at UCSB. Some tips for success include doing your best to meet our junior transfer eligibility requirements, try to exceed the minimum units requirement while also trying to stay below senior standing, maintain as high of a GPA as possible, and finally, also list an appropriate major on the UC application. The strongest applicants will be those who meet our transfer eligibility and major preparation requirements who have a strong GPA. Moving on to a quick overview of the UC application timeline. The UC application opens August 1st and can then be submitted between October 1st and December 1st, 2025. By March 15th, 2026, transfer applicants will also need to submit a transfer academic update within their UC application. UC campuses will release their transfer admission decisions in the spring, with UC Santa Barbara usually releasing their transfer decisions around late April. Afterwards, admitted transfer students will have until June 1st to accept our offer of admission by submitting a statement of intent to register. Thank you for watching. Feel free to contact our Office of Admissions if you have any questions about our campus or the application process. Our email is admissions@ucsb.edu.